Lads, lads, lads. Lads, welcome to another match reaction. We've just lost 5-0 to Leicester City away at the King Power Stadium. It's the worst performance of the season, isn't it? Nothing else you can really say about it. I'm going to struggle to talk about this game because we were just completely dominated from start to finish by a much better team. Not much else you can say about it. Not much I can say about our players either, how they played, especially our midfield and attack. The defence defended... No, they didn't. I was going to say they defended well for the first kind of 20 minutes, but it's stupid saying that, really, when they defended poorly for the rest of it. Keane Bryan had probably the worst game of his career. He was marking Iheanacho, and Iheanacho scored 3 goals. First goal, all his fault, like kind of just switched off, didn't realise he was right behind him, and just let it go by him. Didn't even put a challenge in. At least Ampadu, when he scored an own goal, and it was an own goal, it wasn't Vardy's goal. At least Ampadu tried, even though if Ampadu would have left it, it may not have gone in. Anyway, so that was the first goal. I'm having to go through each goal on my phone because there were that many goals to think about. I can't even remember. And obviously, when you're doing a live stream, it can't be writing down every 2 seconds what's happened, which is what I normally do. Ayoze Perez, what a finish in that second half. We were 1-0 down at half time and we were completely still in it. I know we didn't really pose a threat to their goal at all throughout the game, but at 1-0, anything's possible. It always is. We could have turned it up a notch in that second half and possibly got something from the game. We definitely didn't deserve it, but yeah, that never happened. We were nowhere near all game. Ayoze Perez, everybody stood off him and just let him smash the ball into the bottom corner from, I think it was just outside the box as well. I've not seen it back, so if I'm wrong, don't take it as gospel, but I think it was outside the box. But yeah, it was just everybody stood off Ayoze Perez. Again, I think Keane Bryan, that's 4 goals that were possibly his fault, or at least he had it could have stopped. But the midfield as well didn't help. They just stood off and let Perez have a shot. Shocking. The third goal, I can't even remember it now. Iheanacho, he scored that many goals. Yeah, I'm struggling. I've not watched it back. I've just come off the live stream. It was a great effort from distance, I think it was. Unless that was his third. Can't remember. I remember the 2. There was one from distance that went right in the bottom corner, which was an absolute bullet. And then there was one that Iheanacho just side-footed into the corner. Where I think it was Vardy that played it across the box for him. I think Vardy got 2. Yeah, Vardy got 2 assists today. Well, you could call it 3 with the own goal from Ampadu as well, couldn't you? Because Vardy had the shot that Ampadu put in his own net. So anyway, let's try and get off all that because I've gone through all the goals now. We were just not at the races today. I feel sorry for Heckingbottom because he's coming to a club that they're not playing well. We're bottom of the league. We're struggling to score goals. We're struggling to keep the ball out of our own net. It's embarrassing. It really is to watch. And if I'm being honest, yeah, Chris Wilder might have not lost 5-0 today, but he certainly wouldn't have got anything out of that game. We were dominated from start to finish. I said at the start of the live stream, I think Leicester could smell blood today because they were on us from start to finish. I thought like I said earlier in the stream, I thought we did okay in the first 20, 25 minutes, maybe even half an hour. It was just when Iheanacho scored, when we got opened up, that it just completely changed. Heads just dropped like they have done numerous times this season. And it just ended up being really poor. But early on, it looked like they were up for the game. They were getting stuck in. They were zipping about all over the place, and it looked like we could possibly try and hang on to a 0-0 for a large portion of the game, and then maybe nick a goal. It didn't happen that way, not at all. Not a lot to say really, other than that. I'll go through the players. Ramsdale, I thought, was the only player on the park that actually played all right. He made some good saves, especially in that first half. He made an excellent save from Ayoze Perez from a flick-on header, literally fingertips onto the post. I think it might have just crept in off the post if it wasn't for his fingertips. But from the initial header, it didn't look like Ramsdale had got a touch on the ball at all. So very, very good save. Like I said, Vardy had loads of chances today and messed up on all of them. So many great chances. In the second half, though, they could have had a hatful of goals. And one in particular, Iheanacho squared it to Vardy. Ramsdale kind of had no chance with getting anything on it. And Basham just dropped onto the line and headed it off the line. I was saying in the live stream, his head must have been ringing after that because Vardy, he only side-footed it, but he put some right well into it. And Basham heading it off the line was just brilliant. One of the only players that can hold his head up high this season, and he knows that he hasn't let the manager down. Chris Basham. All I could say this season is Basham, Egan, and who else? Didsey, possibly. Only players that can hold their head up high and say, I didn't cause the manager to get sacked or leave the club anyway, let's say. Because let's be honest, Chris Wilder would still be the manager if we were playing as well as we did last season, or even half of that. There's no way that either the Prince or Wilder would have let this happen if we were doing well. So, yeah, it's sad times at the moment. I'm not going to speak about Chris Wilder because we seem like we've done it to death. We've also got a fans forum coming up next week, a live one where we're getting lots of people involved. So DM the Sheffield United way if you would like to be involved. It's you giving your thoughts. We'll ask you a couple of questions on the live stream. Obviously, your face and your voice will be on the live stream as it was in the last one when we spoke about kind of dissecting the season. So if you'd like to be on, let us know. There's not much else I really want to talk about this game. I feel sorry for Heckingbottom coming into that and having to see his team. I think it's his first Premier League match as a manager, if you like. And he's lost 5-0. Harsh. But it was always going to be difficult playing against Leicester today. They're a very, very good side. We are out of sorts. Again, poor at the back, poor going forward. We had one shot apparently today. Don't remember it because whatever it was, it must have been a half shot. I think it was when the ball was pulled back to either Burke or Sharp or something, and it must have been Burke because I don't think it was any sort of shot. I think he just kind of tried to direct it in the way of the goal, and it was kind of going along the face of goal, nowhere near the goal, like I say. But no shots on target, really embarrassing. And I know it's away at Leicester, but it would even be nice to see us, I don't know, have a header on goal from a corner or a free kick, but we barely got near. I think possibly the three chances we had was that one that I was just talking about. Billy Sharp in the first half where it came across his body. And I think if it had just been kind of a little bit quicker, or I don't think he really realised it was coming, he would have taken it on his chest and had quite an easy attempt on goal because he was right in front of goal. But yeah, he just ran across him and then he recycled it, and I think it went out to Ender Stevens or someone like that. So that was probably our best chance of the whole game. Ollie Norwood put in a lovely ball. Mousse was looking like he was going to attack it at the back post. He was never getting there. Their defender just headed it away. George Baldock got it on the halfway line. Cruyff turned, had it taken off him, and that's when Ayoze Perez scored the goal. So that was the end of the game. That was 2-2. So yeah, if Ollie Norwood putting that ball in, someone could have got the header on it. 1-1, different game, but 2-0 leads to 3, leads to 4, leads to 5, and that's what it's finished. So yeah, really, really depressing. We're going to go into the comments because we've gone 10 minutes into this, which is great because I was expecting this to be 4 or 5 minutes. So let me know what you think. I'm just going to be looking at the comments now for a few more minutes. So get your comments in. There we go. Stephen Barker, once a blade, always a blade, but we can't allow the Prince to ruin our club. There's no point talking about the Prince because Hal said it absolutely brilliantly in the live stream. What is the point in getting on the Prince's back, sending him shocking messages, sending him hate? It's just going to wedge a divide between the fans and the chairman, the owner, whatever you want to call him, and that's never going to be good. Would he really want to put any money into a team where the fans hate him? It's daft. It really is. Glenn Parry, difficult watching today, Nick. Fans are kicking every ball now. I completely agree. But yeah, it was difficult for us to watch as well, Glenn. It really, really was. Problems mounting up for Sheffield United. Yeah, you could possibly say that, but at the same time, if we get the right man in charge, who knows? Who knows? We all wanted Chris Wilder to be the manager for many years to come, but he's not going to be, and we need to move on from that. Like I said on the live stream, if once we've done the forum talking about Wilder, talking about who's next and stuff like that, I think we need to draw a line under Wilder and just move on because there's no point kind of going over the same thing over and over and over again. You're our gaffer, no matter what, Nick. Thank you very much, Joseph. I appreciate that. And I appreciate the money in the live stream as well. You're an absolute top man. Thank you for that. Say, Chris, we love you. Sorry to see you go. Yeah, we're all the same. We're all in the same boat. You deserve better. Must be particularly painful after being so good last year. Joe, you're not wrong, mate. You are not wrong. Jason Tyndall will be next, so League One it is. People saying that we're going down to League One. You need to have a look at look at the club and look at the team that we've got. It's not a team that's going to get relegated to League One. I think we need to address that right there, right now. I think we should leave it there, guys. I'll have a little quick look back through older ones. Chris Wilder would have got a result today. I don't know where you've got that from. I really don't, because Chris Wilder has lost. I'm not being harsh on him, but he's lost 20-odd games this season, and we were playing away against a Leicester side that good. I don't know how you think that Chris Wilder would have got a point out of that game today. Maybe we wouldn't have lost 5-0. Maybe we'd have only lost 2 or 3-0, but there's no way we'd have got a result out of that game. No chance. No chance whatsoever. League One players competing against world-class players. I mean, we were always at a disadvantage. Yeah, I agree, but I wouldn't say they were League One players anymore. I think they've proved themselves numerous times last season in the Premier League. They proved themselves in the Championship. A bit harsh. We are going to be a Championship team. That's definite. That is definite. Got to spend in the Prem, and you guys didn't. Absolutely right. Yeah, Ryan Palmer, I think we'll leave it on this, shall we? We are the Blades family. Let's stick together. Absolutely that. Thank you very much, everyone, for being here. I'm really sorry I'm not staying for long. I don't really want to talk about a 5-0 defeat. I don't think you guys want me to talk about that either. Let's move on to the next game. Hopefully we'll get something out of it. We've got Chelsea next in the FA Cup. Could you imagine if Heckingbottom went and won us the FA Cup after all this? I'm not expecting that. I'm expecting us to get drummed by Chelsea, if I'm being honest. Just being honest. I'm not a happy clapper. That's how I feel. But you never know. Let's try our best to be as positive as possible. And we move on to the next one. So I will just wrong one. We'll go for this one. I've been rather negative with my comments because that is how the club have made me feel with their actions. Your live coverages with Hal have been excellent, though. Do you know what? We'll leave on that. That's great. That's what we want to see. Thanks, Stephen. Really, really appreciate that, mate. And I really, really appreciate everyone for being in this live stream as well. Hopefully, again, we can get just a goal against Chelsea. Would be nice to see. That's it. We're not asking for a lot. Just show some attacking intent, and it'd be nice to see us as get something like get through to the next round. It's going to be difficult. Hopefully, Didzy will be back for the next game. I'm not sure what he did, but obviously he was missing today. We missed that link-up play, but I don't think even Didzy would have stopped us from conceding 5 goals today. Anyway, again, thanks for watching, guys. Really appreciate it, and we will see you next time. Thanks, and yeah, bye-bye.